Hello everyone, Tabletop here. Just got a new toy. It's the Neo-Geo Mini, and the legacy lives on. I wanted to open this and play it as soon as possible, so I have done that, and this video is, as a result, well, probably about the same production quality as most of my videos, so there you go. My wife was playing with my baby daughter in the background, and my baby daughter's still here in the background. My wife is now sleeping, so, you get some unboxing action, a little gameplay, sticking the stickers on, and the sounds of the lovely Emma-chan in the background. Yeah, right, Emma-chan? Yeah. So, bear with me. This was a little hard to open, but not too bad. There was no tape or anything, so you can keep the box in, new condition. It's a nice box. It does show some fingerprints, but I'm happy with it. It was even smaller than I expected. It's pretty little. And here you go. First thing I'll show you is this white box, and, very carefully trying to open that. Inside of this white box is the USB-C connector to power the unit, because the unit, but the unit has no battery. There is no battery power. Yeah, so it's not like super completely portable. Yeah, but it's a nice long-ish cable. How long is it? I'm looking at it. I guess it must be about 3 meters. And you can plug that into your phone charger or whatever. Okay, so here's some stickers. You get a couple options for what to stick on the top part. Thank you, Emma. Above the screen. And then there's a controller sticker for the control panel, and I will stick 2 of them on later, or actually 3 or 4. So you can see how hard it is to do. I don't get them on perfectly, but not bad. And I think I could have gotten them on perfectly if I weren't making a video while I did it. I'll explain that when we get to that point. Amazon did have some extra stickers for sale at one point, so you could mix it up or whatever, but I haven't seen those, or they weren't available when I went to look at them, so that might be an option in the future. Or obviously you can print your own stickers. Okay, hold on, time to hold the baby. All right, bouncing the baby and recording the voiceover. So the manual has 5 languages. You've got Japanese, Korean, simplified in traditional Chinese, and English. The manual doesn't give you any explanation for how to apply the stickers. Unbelievable. But it is nice that you get the various languages. Obviously, this is the Asian edition of the Neo-Geo Mini. I'd like to get the North American or Western one. I don't know what it's called as well. But I have not ordered that. We will see if it's, something that I like well enough that I want to buy another one. I paid 12,420 yen for this on Amazon. I might have gotten some kind of a discount because of Prime. I'm not sure, but that's about $110 US, I think. So, yay. And here it is. In all of its glory, you've got 2 controller ports on the sides. Didn't come with any controllers. I can't remember what I've already said because I had to stop the voiceover, but I will order those when I get a chance. They're always saying unavailable or whatever on Amazon. I could probably look elsewhere, but anyway, I like the power button on the back. Also, you've got an earphone port, and I think it's mini HDMI, micro, I'm not sure. Anyway, HDMI out, and what's the other thing? Yeah, the power out, right? The power plug, which you need because there's no battery, right? Right, Emma-chan? Right. So, the screen's pretty small, but it's charming. The NES Mini didn't have a screen, so there you go. But it did come with a controller, so that's a thing. Right, so there's the sticker, and I'll put that on later for the control panel. Some people might choose to just leave it stickerless. The bold primary colors are good. So, and I'm going to go ahead and put on this Neo-Geo Mini sticker because it's a Neo-Geo Mini. I like how that plug has the Neo-Geo branding in it. It's kind of a nice little touch. So yeah, you plug that sucker in and you fire it up and you get digital goodness. 40 years, really? 40th anniversary, yeah, and 40 games. That's hard to believe that it's 40th anniversary. I'm only 41. So yeah, only 41 because I'm so young. And I will go through, so here's the main menu. You can change the languages, same languages as the manual, I believe. I'm trying to squint so that I can see as I'm editing this. Anyway, what I care about is you get English, but yeah, it's the same languages. So basically the East Asian languages, or the main ones, I guess. You don't get Cantonese, I don't reckon, like Taiwanese or whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's funny, huh? And you can change the brightness and the volume. When at any point during gameplay, and I think I showed this later, you can just hold down the select and start buttons and pop into this menu and pop back out, so that's good. Also, you have the option to do save states. There can be 4 save states, and then you can load those later for each game. So there's some kind of memory in this thing, and that's pretty cool. On the upper part, the question is just info, right? And it gives you like a VR, that's not the right word. Whatever the thing's called, the little thing that you take a picture of and it takes you to the website. A QR code, that's it. And you can go to like the Facebook or the Twitter or their website. Settings is in the middle, I showed you that, and on the right it just has like the legal stuff. So I didn't show that because I'm a horrible person. And obviously these are the games, and there are a lot of them. And I can't remember off the top of my head what the differences are, but there are some differences, and to me, plus cosmetically, right, the other version of the Neo-Geo Mini looks a little different. So because there are some differences in games, and because of that, I plan to get both. Plus, I'm just that way, and I think it'll be fun to have them side by side. So, and for $100, I mean, come on. This is a pretty dang good toy. Alright, so here we are firing up Blazing Star. And I'll say now, I didn't really notice. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of input lag. I'm sure but it's not enough to bother me. And I'm pretty picky about that. I played just the first level, as you'll see, of Blazing Star, and I felt pretty comfortable with it. The stick itself, it's just, as you can see there, the thing does move around a bit, right? So it's not very heavy. You might want to get like some kind of a mat to put under it to keep it from sliding around if you're going to play it much on the table. It's doable though, right? It just kind of adds one more thing to the game. Like as well as playing the game, you also have to keep the thing from sliding around, but that's kind of to be expected. I do think though, if you had some kind of a rubber mat under it, it would stay pretty sturdy. Right. So anyway, as I'm playing this, I felt like pretty in control, and I didn't feel like it was wobbling around. Like when I got the Neo-Geo Mini X, just the Neo-Geo X, I couldn't play it because of the input lag. I had to hook it up to a CRT to finally be able to play it. Later, I got a really expensive TV with like the best game mode or whatever, and it's okay at that point, but I really just prefer to hook it up to a CRT with the crappy composite output and play it that way. So sort of defeats the purpose a little bit. I don't hate the Neo-Geo X though, like a lot of people do. I'm not as much of a purist as I might be, so I'm happy with this as well. Anywho, but I mean, I'm playing this level, I'm not having problems with it. It's not like it's hard, honestly, but I got through it on the little screen with the controllers fine. I will say these buttons are easy to, hit them really fast over and over, because there's no, curve auto fire, right? So you have to just, but I felt like I could do that well, so I'm kind of happy with that. And the controller obviously not micro switched, and it doesn't activate immediately, and after it activates there's still a lot of give after that, but when I was actually just playing the game, it felt fine. I mean, it didn't feel like I was in the arcade, obviously, but I can deal with it, you know what I mean? But I am looking forward to getting the micro switch controller that plugs into it and hooking it up to the TV and playing it that way. Although honestly, I think in my case, I'll probably play with it in portable mode more often, just because I have so many other ways to play Neo-Geo games on the big screen. So for my, for my lifestyle, for my gaming lifestyle, I'm really focused on this, the portable mode. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't have a battery, but I'll just pack it with like a phone, like a portable battery, and use that to power it. And I'll just have to do, I'll get like a case for it, and I'll be set. So that'll be good. But like I said, I would have liked to show this and the controller at the same time, but couldn't get one, and I tried numerous times to order one. But yeah, look at that. Cleared stage 1, rank A, and I'm not really good at video games. Also, you can pause, during the game, like an AES, so that's good. Pause button is good for when the baby cries and you have to pick her up or something, or when the doorbell rings like it did when I was showing the box in this video. I turned off the audio because baby, but anywho, so yeah, I think I'm pretty overall happy with this, especially when I checked what I paid and it was only 12,000 yen. It's a pretty good toy, and I will actually play it some. It's not going to be like my main go-to thing, but it's a good deal. So here we go. Now as you can see, you can just plug it into one of these phone charger things. I mean, it's not a phone charger; it's a battery, right? It's a portable battery. and that powers it fine. I do feel like it draws a bit more power than I would have expected. You can see it says 19%, and I played, I don't know, not even 10 minutes, and then it was down to like 6. But that could be because that battery isn't like the best quality or what. Who knows what it is. I don't really want to comment on that too much, but it's a doable thing anyway. You can play it with a battery. I don't know for how long, and it obviously will depend on your battery that you use. Okay, so showing you some instruction manualage here, because, you know, being thorough, stuff to see, how to add another player, about voice volume and screen adjustment. So there's no volume knob or anything, right? You just have to hit start and select, go to that settings menu and do it. It's a bit of a pain, but it's not that bad because you can just pop in and out of the game really quickly. Okay, now this sticker segment, I sped it up to double speed only, and I had a little trouble with it, but what I want to say is, first of all, when you put this sticker on, you want to start at the back part by the screen and work forward. I did the opposite ultimately. Also, you want to make sure that you get the stickers for the start and select buttons out of the holes. Mine stayed in there, and that caused me a little bit of a headache. But the sticker is good enough quality that it sticks well, but also the material they use is, I mean, it was able to withstand me sticking it and unsticking it a bunch of times until I could get it almost perfect. It's not perfect, though, because, as I said, I went from the front to the back, and I should have done the opposite way, but I don't multitask well, and so I think for now I'm just going to go with it. If I can buy another one and do it over, I might, depending on, you know, the price and stuff. Yeah, so, but it looks nice once you get the sticker on there, and I was pretty happy with that. I just felt like it would have been nice if they just said, this is how you should put the sticker on, but now I'm telling you, so there you go. Is it on? Is it on yet? Oh, that's my baby coughing. Sleep, darling, sleep. Right. Okay, so looks good. And then, as I said before, I'll put the Neo-Geo mini sticker on the top. The other one tries to make it look like an MVS 4-slot cabinet. But, you know, this is a Neo-Geo mini, so I'm going to put the Neo-Geo mini sticker on it. Yeah, there we go. And that's kind of the same deal. You really want to take your time and line it up. If you are the kind of person who does like models or something, it'll be easy for you. But I didn't have any of those like plastic tweezers or force or whatever they're called lying around. So I just did my best while while filming and everything. But again, I almost nailed it. This time I was a little bit off to one side, like it's not perfectly centered. But I think for my purposes, I'm just gonna say it's good enough. And just be done with it. It's not something that I'll notice unless I'm just like looking for it. Basically, it looks good. So get that on there, and then it's ready to rock. And I'd say I'm okay at this kind of stuff, but obviously not while I'm making a video. But yeah, I feel like it looks pretty good. So there you go. And I go ahead and pop this on the back. And you know, if I were really being careful about it, I would mark like a little with a pencil where the middle is and stuff. But I just eyed it, and it's not perfect, but it's okay. You know, whatever. I'm not planning on reselling this anytime soon. I'm just it's a toy, basically, you know, and it's a good toy. 40 games. Granted, like 30 of them are fighting games, and I mean, I don't not like fighting games, but that's just a lot of fighting games. I would have liked to see a little more variety, but it's nice that there are some games that are not fighting games. And for people who love those fighting games, I guess they can be happy, but if I have 3 or 4, I'm good to go, like one from each franchise maybe. Okay, so here's some Metal Slug. Hopefully you can hear my voice over the gameplay because I left the volume up a little bit. Playing some Metal Slug with one hand. Oh yeah! And yeah, so I wanted to show you can do save states and whatnot. And that's a nice little bonus. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we shall see. I don't know where I'm going to keep this. I reckon it'll just be in my game room. I might have it there by my sort of computer monitor and have it so that I can hook it up at any point if I want to have a go. But I mean, I have an MVS. I actually have 2 consoleized MVSs and 2 AESs and like 3 Neo-Geo CDs, and then I downloaded a bunch of the Neo-Geo games on various platforms. So I mean, for me, this is just like the novelty of it, honestly. And that's why I say like I'll probably play it portable more than anything. And so that's that. But so far, it looks nice, I feel, and obviously I prefer scan lines and stuff. But I mean, I think it looks pretty crisp. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.